Hey, Johnny here, and I'm with my beautiful wife Maria, and together we are your real estate duo. Today we wanted to touch on a topic, condo docs. Now I know this is not the first thing you think about. You're thinking, I want a nice view, I want to live in a nice neighborhood, I want luxurious amenities, but when purchasing a condo docs are very important. So we're not going to talk about everything encompassing condo docs, but we are going to talk about these four things right here. So let's start with the declaration. What is that?
So the way that the declaration is described is as basically the constitution of the association. This discusses what's common area, what is actually unit owner property, how do we control remodeling upgrades inside of the association, also usage restrictions, for example, no short term or only 1 year lease, and also how are we going to collect money to do maintenance on this building? How do we divide up the assessment among all of the unit owners evenly?
Okay, awesome. So now let's talk about bylaws. What are those?
So this is pretty much the operating procedure of the board. The board is made up of different people that are owners of this association. And the bylaws tell you there needs to be a president, there needs to be a secretary, a treasurer, etc., etc. They will have meetings. How do these meetings function? Who records the notes of what happens at these meetings? How long are the terms of the president? What is the voting procedure if you want to become a board member?
All right, so we got that covered. What about rules and regulations?
So it is what it sounds like. It's a list of all the rules in order to abide by what's pretty much already in the declaration for all residents living there, regardless of whether you own or you're renting. It describes the pet policy, parking restrictions. Some of these communities don't allow you to park commercial vans or trucks inside. It also lists the fines for violating these rules. So it is important to be familiarized with them.
Yeah, and don't freak out if you haven't read your rules and regulations. Chances are you're probably abiding by most of these rules already, but whether you're buying or renting, we recommend actually getting a copy of those and reviewing them. And that brings us to our final point of the condo docs, what I consider to be the most important one, financials.
So the actual condo rider talks about the year-end financials. That's pretty much a statement prepared by an accountant that discusses how the year prior went for that association. All the money that came in, all the money that went out. It's good to have a copy of that as well as the current year budget. The reason why is because if you're financing, your lender needs to see these documents in order to assess the financial stability of this condominium and whether or not the bank feels comfortable loaning you money to purchase in this building.
Absolutely. It could be the difference between you putting down 5% or 25% when buying a condo. All right, awesome. So I think we got almost everything covered. Do you have any final tips for them?
Yes, the condo rider gives buyers 3 days to review these condo docs, excluding Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. So it's important to take advantage of this time period that you have to go through everything. Another thing is if you're a seller, make sure you have these condo docs before you're under contract. Some associations require you to buy them if you don't have them, and this could delay that process for you. If you are a buyer and you got these condo docs for free from the seller, save them somewhere safe. If in the future you decide to sell, you will need to provide the buyer with a copy of them.
All right, Maria, thank you for all those awesome tips. You're the best. And that's it for this video. I know condo docs are not a fun topic, but we tried to keep it short because these are things you need to know if you're buying a condo. So until the next video. All right, and that brings us to our final part of the list here. Is that good? All right, and that brings us...
The letters aren't going to be up the whole time.
That right here.
It's going to be like on my face.